Hi, thanks for visiting. This is your reading for mid-August, and yeah, if you like this reading, you can like, subscribe, or leave a comment if you'd like to, only if you want to. And if you'd like to support this channel, there are ways you can do that in the description down there as well, if you'd like to. And yeah, I'm just going to start with your reading right now. I'm not going to say any more. So the first card you've got for your past is this Nine of Wands. Lots of, look at this man. He's very cautious. He's coming out of these wands. He's got his barrier up a little bit, but he's coming out very exhausted. He's got a bandage around his head. He's very tired. He's war weary. This is a soldier. So lots and lots of caution here. Lots of exhaustion. It just feels like exhaustion. It just feels like, and hurt as well with this bandage around his head. So it's like, yeah, this really feels very heavy, very exhausting. It's like you tried with someone. You really tried. Obviously, this is a love connection you tried with. It's like, I've tried. I just don't know what else to do. I give up. That's it. I can't. I've done everything I can for this person. I've done everything to try and make them understand something. You wanted them to understand something. You wanted them to come and meet you halfway. This is what I'm getting. That there's some kind of hurt, there's some kind of problem, or there was, in this person's background. It feels like they've had a difficult relationship in their past, maybe even more than one. Maybe they've got a difficult family around them and getting family problems, but they've had lots and lots of problems in their past. And what they were doing was they were judging you by their past people. So it's like, I'm not like them. I'm not like anyone else. I'm me. I'm here to meet you halfway. I'm here to help you through this. Whatever you want to get through, whatever problems you've had, I'm here to help you. And I think that's how you were to them. You were very open to them. But they weren't meeting you halfway. They weren't meeting you halfway. They weren't understanding you. They just weren't going to do that. And so it's like, if you're not going to meet me halfway, I'm not interested. I love you. I'm really hurt. I'm really hurt by this. I really care about you. I want you to meet me halfway. But if you're not going to do that, I can't stay around any longer. I can't do that. I don't want someone who wants half of me. I want someone who wants all of me all the time. That means a commitment or nothing. That's it. I don't want half. There's no point in it. It's getting nowhere. This is leading me to nowhere. Leading me to nowhere. And I'm really seeing that because I'm looking down at this Seven of Cups here. Very confusing. It's like, you're leading me into confusion, round and round. Do you want me or not? Do you want me or not? I'm getting that. So, I have to say this. I know this is very frustrating. I don't know if you're over this now. It looks like you are. Looks like you're over this. Or you've gotten past this. But there's still a bit of love there. There's still a bit of love there. You still have that, a little bit of them in your heart. I can see that, if that's you. There's some kind of ultimatum here. It feels like there's some kind of ultimatum. It feels like maybe you issued this ultimatum to them at one time, or it might be that, for some people it might be that you're over this, that you issued this ultimatum, they didn't step up to whatever they needed to do, and you said, well, I have to let this go, even though your heart hurt. Your heart hurt, that's what I'm getting. It might be that some of you haven't issued that yet. You're still in the middle of all this. So it feels like someone's still in the middle of something. And you're thinking about an ultimatum, you're thinking about, or you're thinking about how you're going to tackle this, how you're going to talk to them. It's like, I'm giving this one last try. One last try, and if this doesn't work, I've done everything I can, I'm walking away. So it feels like some of you have done that, you've walked away. Some of you are still in the middle of this, or, it's something like that. So if you're still in the middle of this, if you haven't walked away, be very careful. I'm getting this. Be very careful of who you talk to, because I'm getting a lot of, there's someone who feels a little bit shady in their family. There's someone who might not like this connection. There's someone who might not have ever liked you right from the beginning. So if you've been feeling that about someone, if you've been getting, okay, this person's polite, there's something about them, I can just feel their vibes, they don't like me. That's the one who you should not talk to. And really, I think, I don't like telling people what to do, but I really have to warn you of this. Be very careful of who you talk to about what you want to do in this connection. Be very, very careful. Someone's going to talk. It feels like someone's going to gossip. There's something like that around, and someone has a problem with you. And I think they might use what you have to say against you. There's something like that might happen. So just be very, very, very careful of who you talk to. If I were you, I'd just keep this to myself and work out what I wanted to do by myself. But if you've gone past this stage, if you've given them the ultimatum or whatever it is, and you've gone past, you're separate from them right now, I think. You're separate from them right now. But you've still got that little part of them inside you, that little part of them in your heart, I think. That's just what I'm getting. And I think that's why they're coming up, if that's you. In your head, you've walked away, but there's that tiny, even if it's a tiny dot, it's still there. That's what I'm getting for someone. Yeah, so the other thing about the Seven of Cups is, it can be about having lots and lots of choices, not knowing which person to choose, all that kind of confusion like that. It can be lots of choices in love, lots of relationships. So yeah, I think this person who you were dealing with, or if you still are, it might be for some that you have, for some people it might be that you're still in this. But whoever this is, they've had lots and lots of connections in their past, I think. And they were very, very confused. There's lots of hurt there. They may have, I'm not saying this is everyone, they may have brought someone with them into your relationship. So, because I'm getting this feeling of dragging a bit of their past into their present. And I think it's either a person from their past came in between you. It might be this family member. It might be a love connection. It might just be the head and their heart. They couldn't let go of someone. Or they were dragging old problems into your relationship. It was something that they were dragging from their past into your relationship. That's what I'm getting. And what I'm getting now is, I'm just looking over this whole spread now. Okay, I'm going to stick my neck out. I think there's going to be some kind of reunion here. I think they're going to want to come back and talk to you. Or at least they're going to try. Because I'm getting this clear break here. Someone's breaking away from their past. They're breaking away from all that confusion of their past. You've got the Judgment card here. And the Judgment card can be about reflecting on your past and moving on. It could be about new life, moving on to new things. The Death card can be about moving on from your past and letting that all behind and just making a clean break, cutting things out, moving into your future. So with those two cards, I think that's what someone's going to try and do. And I think they're going to try and come back. So just be aware of that if that's you. It's going to be very difficult for you, I think. I think your heart's going to be split because you've got that little bit of feeling there for them. And then on the other hand, you've got this, no, I've tried and I've tried, I've got a headache, enough. So I've got those two kind of conflicting things going on. Yeah, it might be too late for you, I think, because again, you've been through all this with them. I'm seeing these ultimatums, I'm seeing all this stress, I'm seeing all these headaches. So they might feel as if, oh, it's too late for me, it's too late for me. But yeah, I think they're just going to try. I think they're just going to say, well, I know this is hard. I know this is against all the odds. I know they're angry with me. I know they're upset. I know everything that's happened, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try anyway. I'm just going to try again. That's what I'm getting. So just prepare for that. Just be prepared for that to happen if that resonates with you. So yeah, I'll talk about the Fool here because, yeah, again, I think you're away from them. I think you're away from this person. And part of that feels a bit refreshing to you, actually. It's like, oh, I'm away from them. I can breathe. I don't have that headache. I can just think clearly by myself. I don't have to be around all this confusion that's in the Seven of Cups. Now I'm breathing. So if that's how you feel being away from them, even though you do have that little bit of feeling, I'm still getting that. Take that time to yourself. Really think about what you want. Embrace yourself. Really, take care of yourself in that time. Use that time to really feel that that refreshed feeling. and use that time to really just cut all that off, cut that past off, and just be by yourself and think about what you want. Do I really want this? Do I not want this? You're going to have a lot to think about in the future, so it might be, if they do come back, and I am seeing that, so you know, you're going to have a lot to think about. So, but for the moment, don't have a break from that. Have a break from that, because it feels like you're so exhausted from all this. So let yourself have a break. Okay, I'm actually literally getting, there's something else here. I'm actually literally I'm literally getting a fool. There's a fool here. There's a fool around you. Completely separate person. This is someone around the workplace, I think, because I'm getting, I'm getting this, I don't know if this is going to make sense. I'm getting a system. It feels like there's a system that was set up. It feels like this is in the workplace, a way of doing things, and it was working really well. There was no problem with this thing, I think. And I think this person stepped in. It might be someone who's a boss or someone who's in charge, or they think they're in charge. And they moved in, and then the system went crazy. It turned into the Seven of Cups. Completely crazy. Everyone was confused. They didn't know what they were doing because this fool was in charge, this complete fool. And so if you're in the middle of this, if this is you, you might be going, well, this is slowing down my work. It's making me inefficient. It's confusing. It's wasting my time. I'm having to go around sorting problems out and all that kind of thing. This situation that you're in now, with this horrible, crazy system, if that's you, it's not permanent. It's not permanent. It's going to be fixed. And what I'm seeing is someone's going to go away, and I actually think it's this fool that's going to go away, not permanently. It looks like maybe they're going to go on some kind of holiday or trip away or something like that, because you can see this fool, he's carrying this bag on his shoulder, so he's going away. So I think someone's going away, this fool is going away just for a short time or whatever, and while they're going away, I really think someone else is going to step in, and I think you're going to be a part of this, and you're going to totally change, or someone's going to totally change this around. It's some kind of technical, it's something to do with technology, this system as well. I'm seeing that. So someone's going to change this whole system, and you're going to feel so much better after this is changed around. You're going to feel like this fool, free. It's like, oh, I'm free. The sun's on my back. I'm not trapped by this terrible system. I'm not locked into this anymore. And I think by the time they come back, they're just going to have to work with the system that's been changed. They're not going to like it, but at least it's better that they're the odd ones out and you're not. So they're going to come back. They're going to be very angry. They're going to have a lot to say about this. But I don't think they're going to be able to change anything. So that's what I'm getting there. I know that's very, very specific for someone, but I hope the right person gets to hear that, because there's a lot of frustration around someone's workplace, and yes, someone's going to be moved out of the way, and then things are going to change. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting for someone. Okay, so I'm going to go on with your present, with the High Priestess up here. Very, very beautiful, very spiritual card. This can be about unspoken things. It can be about being attached to someone spiritually. You don't have to speak to them. You just know that you're very close. And that's what I'm getting here. I'm getting this, there's a very strong bond, a very strong connection that you have with someone if this is you. You don't have to speak to them. You just know that you have this connection. That's the kind of connection you get with them. It's not a love connection. I'm not getting that. Again, it's like a spiritual bond. It's like a spiritual bond, and it's always been there. It's always been between the two of you. I think this might be something. I think this might be a younger sibling. It might be a child, maybe an adult child of yours. It's someone who's younger than you, and you're a lot wiser than them. You have a lot of life experience they don't have. I'm getting that. There's lots of stress around this, actually. They're on a path. There's something wrong about this path they're on. There's something wrong about this path. They're on the wrong path. You know they're on the wrong path, if this is you. Do you know what I'm getting? It feels like someone's leading them on this wrong path. Someone's pulling them along. saying, come on this path. And I think deep down they don't want to be there. They don't want to be where they're going. They don't want to be going where they're going. But there's a part of them that wants to please someone. So I hope that's making sense with someone. Now, if this is you, if you know what this is all about, there's a lot of worry around this. It's like, oh, I worry about them. They've taken this path. I don't know what to do. I just had to let them go. I can't do anything about this. Again, you feel, yeah, I'm getting this really strongly. You feel everything they feel. If they're hurting, you feel it. If they're happy, you feel it. That's how strong this bond is. So you can feel that they're not happy on this path. I don't think they're even talking to you, but you can feel that they're on this path and that they're not happy. And that's why you're worrying. And you're right, they are on this path. It's wrong for them. And yes, they're not happy. There's still a rocky road ahead of them. There's a big rocky road ahead of them. I'm just looking at this Knight of Wands here. He's jumping up and down. He's not stable. So whoever this is, they're on an unstable path and they know that. But I think eventually they are going to come back to you. They are going to come back. But it's going to happen in their own time. It's going to happen in their own time. So I know this is difficult for you. I can really feel the stress around you if this is you. But you've just got to let them work this out in their own time. They're going to go through a lot more. I have to say this to you. I'm not going to lie. They're actually going to go through a lot worse before things get better for them. But they're going to have to go through that to realise that they're on the wrong path and that they have to change that, and they are going to do that. But it's going to happen on their time. I think you're just going to have to try and let this go as much as you possibly can. I know it's not easy. Just know that they are going to come back. They are going to come back. They are going to go through things, and they're going to come back on their time. So yeah, that's for someone. I hope that helps someone. I hope that makes sense to someone. Okay, so just looking at these two cards, I'm just looking at the Knight of Wands and the Judgment card together. Yeah, I'm getting this love connection. I'm getting this love connection, that's on their way back to you. This love connection that really made you exhausted. I'm getting that. They're coming back to you. This is what I'm seeing here. I'm just looking at look at all these wands here. Look at all these wands here. I'll just show you what I'm seeing. If you look down on the diagonal, so say you're looking right at the top left with the Nine of Wands, and you look down on the diagonal, in the middle you've got the Knight of Wands, and then bottom right you've got the Ten of Wands. All the wands are going down in a diagonal. It's really interesting that they're placed in that way. So I think what this is showing you is they were afraid to come close to you. You've got the Nine of Wands. I want to come forward. I'm really worried. I know they're going to reject me. I feel really bad for what I've done. I have to come forward. I have to talk to them. And then you've got the Knight of Wands. I'm really unsure of myself. I'm really worried. I know they're angry with me, but I have to come forward anyway. And then you've got the Ten of Wands. I know this is going to be hard work. I know I've got all my work cut out for me. I know it's going to be really hard, but I feel as if I need to do this. I need to try. I need to come towards them. I need to see if this is going to work. So that's what I'm getting. And then you've got the Judgment card here again. And that's all about making these changes, not letting their past come into their forward, come into their present, come into the future as well. Now, what I'm getting here is, a couple of things with the Judgment cards. The first thing I'm getting with the Judgment card is, sorry, I'm getting all mixed up because I'm seeing so many things here in this card. One of them is there's some kind of confession that's coming to you. So they're going to come forward. They're probably going to come and tell you something. They're going to confess something. They might apologize as well. So that's what that can be about. Yeah, again, they're looking back over their past. They're looking back over their past and they're realizing something. That's what the Judgment card can be about. They're realizing they can't keep looking back over their past and they can't bring their past into your relationship. And I think that's what happened. They've either brought, again, I'm seeing this again, they've either brought someone, a literal person from their past into you. So there might be a third party that happened here. or it might be that they brought their past relationship problems into your relationship, which I can clearly see that's what's happened, definitely. Also, there's this problem with their family, so they might have brought that in. Lots and lots of problems in their past they have brought into your relationship. And now with this Judgment card, they're saying, no, I have to cut that off. I have to look back into my past and say, no, that past is going to stay there. If I ever have any chance at all to be with this person, even to talk to them, even to come anywhere near them, I'm going to have to cut that off for once and for all. So I'm literally seeing, I'm literally seeing a person. I'm literally seeing them cutting out a person. You might know who this is. This might have been someone that came between you, that really bothered you in your relationship when you're with them. They're cutting that person out. They are cutting a person out. I'm seeing that very, very, very clearly. So if that makes sense to you, that's what's happening. They are going to cut someone out. And they know that they have to cut their past out and, a person out before they come and talk to you. And that's what they're going to do. I'm seeing that really clearly. I know, again, this is a really specific reading. This is what I'm getting. So I'm just talking about what I'm seeing. Someone needs to hear these messages. So that's why I'm getting these. So I'm going to go on with the Death card now. Again, it's tying in with this in your future, the Death card. Again, the Death card, cutting out the past. We're cutting out the past. We're moving into the future. So that's really, really obvious here again. This is what they're saying to themselves. I've got to let my past go. I've got to let my past go if I've even got a chance of even looking at them ever again. And that's what they're doing. Cutting the past off again, moving forward. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm seeing this again here. So, just looking down at all these cards here in your future, they can see they've got all this work to do, because I'm just looking down at this 10 of Wands again. They know they've got all this work to do, even if they're going to come anywhere near you again, because you're coming up as the 2 of Swords. Look at that. You're saying, no, I'm not going to talk to them. I've had enough. I'm exhausted. I had this big bandage around my head. It gave me this huge headache in the 9 of Wands right in the beginning up there. And now look at where the bandage is. It's over my eyes. I don't want to look at you. You gave me a headache. Now I don't want to look at you ever again. That's what I'm seeing. And you've got your swords up and you're going to say no. So I think you're going to say no initially to them. Or at least you're going to give them this this indication that you're not interested. It's going to be like that, because that's what this is in the 2 of Swords. But they know there's a little chance there. They know there's a little chance. I have to tell you this because, again, on the 2 of Swords, there's this crescent moon there. It's not a full moon. It's a crescent moon. So what that means is they haven't reached their full potential with you yet. They know there's more to come and they're going to keep trying. So what might happen here is they might come to you and you might say no. You might say no. And then you might talk to them a little bit more and you might change your mind, or at least talk to them. It's going to be a very slow, very difficult process. Lots of work there. Lots and lots of work. Or you might decide to say no, absolutely no. And if you do decide to say absolutely no, just watch out, because they're a trier. They are a trier. They're going to try again and again, so watch out for that. So different scenarios there. Could be whatever you decide to do. I can't quite see what you are going to decide to do. But what I can see is they're going to try. They're going to try and come back to you. They really are. They know it's worth it now, and they're letting go of someone. And they're going to tell you that they've let go of this person, and they're going to come forward and tell you that. They're going to say, I've let go of that. Please just talk to me. Please just talk to me. That's what I'm getting there. So again, I know specific reading. I really, really hope this helps someone. And Gemini, it's a general reading, obviously, so it's not going to be for everyone. This is only going to be for a few people, I think, because again, it is very specific. But all I want to say now is thanks for watching.